Alright, let's do this shit, man. I'm going to... One second, guys. I'm gonna do a little stream tonight. Wasn't gonna do one, but here we are, still doing one. Let me just read something real quick. Okay. What is my... Wait a minute, what's going on here? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, that's better. I thought I could, like, hear myself for a second. That's fucking weird. I guess I'll finish this team real quick, and then I'll go from there. I mean, what's, maybe it's just a good grass counter, right? That sounds like the way to go. This doesn't have to be flying as such. Anything that's... Oh, not that. Anything that's like kind of poison that fits the bill. So looking here. Let's look at say Toxapex. I think I've used him recently though, which is kind of a bit tricky. I just realized that neutral grass. What about like Dragouge? Oh, Dragouge will resist. I need just like a poison type of some sort, like a Venipede. Let's go the P. I mean, hold up. There's technically Bug. Let's go with him. That's obviously Bug. Bug resists grass, and so does poison. So if we get a poison types, I'm still getting this weird echoey sound. What the fuck's going on? It's so weird. When did I last do Slowbro and stuff like that? Let me have a look. Slowbro Gene wants them. And wants them. Can we have another sleep stream, please? Yeah, why not, dude? Why not? How you doing today, fella? What's going on, bloke? I could do Sucking G. What would it look like? Isn't he quite slow though? I think he's slower than Paracastum. But at least he resists grass. He's nothing to electric, which is nice. Kind of fits the bill a little bit, right? I'm gonna copy the set. I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna change it to 40. Whoop, that didn't work out. I should be playing that new game, right? My bad, dude. I totally forgot. I'm not gonna have time anyway. It's not worth it. I need to get like a solid couple of hours of it if I'm gonna play something like that, man. See if I get more time tomorrow and give it a crack then. If not, then I'll try the next day and we'll just keep doing it, you know? What abilities do you have, Sam? I feel like Regenerate is always nicer, but what about Antomic? We'd use that anyway. I'd be confused. I think Regenerator stays there. Can we do anything else other than Black Slot Zone? I just realized, is Slack Off even a thing for you? So Slack Off's not a TM. Fuck, can you even learn this move, dude? Shit, I didn't realize. Oh no. Yeah, it gets that 33. Okay, we're chilling. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's so weird. I do like that. I think let me just drop Chilling Reception. I do like those two though, but maybe I'll put you there. Can you be physical though? Nah, no in home. What was this fighting? Is pretty cool. I'm like, yawn. That's kind of cool. What's something like that? Sloking Galar with like Belch and Citrus Spray. That's kind of cool. I think someone was saying that they're working on Belch recently. No, we haven't Belch move effect, but we don't have an animation for it yet. That's still fun. What are you up to today, Robbo? Okay. I mean, can we do anything else other than Belch for now, though? Maybe. What about like Toxic into Venom Shock now? Oh, you land in Singapore and now just watching this before before sleep time? What time? Wait, so you did nothing else for the whole day? You just like woke up, caught a plane, and went there, and that was it. That's your whole day. What do I want here? Man, what a fucking day for you, man. Sounds like it was fun. How was your flight, man? Would you rate it like 10 out of 10? Were you like first class? Do a bit of work later? What sort of work are we talking about, though? I think I'm going to run that set. You could run Protect, but I'm not running Leftovers, so it's kind of whatever. Let's relax. Relax is defense minus speed. Go bold. Literally, you're always adamant. What are you going? I still think you might just get blown up by a fighting type though, huh? Nah, you got good defense, you'll be fine. Business class Singapore Airlines. Bro, you look rich or something. Chili sauce. That's crazy, man. Good shit. Right, before this track, what the fuck you doing? Min Shalm, Adam, Focus, Sash. Knock off. Ability regenerator, nature is automatic. First time doing him, so Salon Rock's pretty solid. Careful. On the form. Boom. So that should be his spot done. Alright, so yeah, what's up, Mose? How you doing, bro? How you doing today, fella? Good to see ya, lad. What are we? Lighthouse, right? So sail Tyrell 212, and this would be sail Roboto. Perfect. So I think that's all the trainers in the tower. I've got these two, but I'm thinking about just moving them completely to the gym. So hold up. So what's this dude's name? How you doing today, Most? You're not doing much? You're not doing some Warframe or some work on your stuff? Do some coding in that? But yeah, that's good. That's the lighthouse done. I did Jasmine, right? Yeah, we did Jasmine. There's just the 2 NPCs in the gym. I just leave them as they are, and I just do them up here, but it seems a bit fucking weird. Yeah, let's see if there's a new anime around. Hell yeah, dude. Have a bit of a break. Not like me where I'm sitting there burning myself out on fucking fights, dude. Okay, so how... I need to understand what this dude's telling me so I can better understand this. So you should be set to delete the triggers. What does someone mean by trainer config, Most? If someone says move the trainer config, be sure to either take those 4 flags off them or edit where they are set and cleared. 2 set at game start, then they are cleared and 2 more set during the lighthouse amphi scene, the Ampharos scene. The config could refer to different stuff. I'll come. Well, no, he's saying like move the trainer config. So, what we're talking about, I'll just show you. It's very easy to show you. So we got so right here, I don't even know if you can see that, but so right now I have a trainer, or not even a trainer, it's just a guy that you verse in Lighthouse Tower, right? And a girl that you verse in Lighthouse Tower. I don't even know if you remember the old HeartGold Pokemon games, but the idea is that you beat these 2 in the tower. So when you come into here, this isn't a battle. This trigger tile just basically runs a script. And so does this one to determine if the player's done the Ampharos cutscene with the secret potion and whatnot, or if they haven't. So if they have, it goes through a script, which this guy says. If they haven't done the Ampharos scene, it does a script that runs a specific scene of events or script that basically just tells this dude what to say in a message. If you have done the Ampharos scene, then it goes, okay, well now it's time to verse Jasmine, give it all you got. So what I wanted to originally do was I wanted to basically delete the trigger tiles, leave these guys here, delete them from the lighthouse, and essentially run like a second NPC on the other side and turn these into actual fights. So have like a double battle into a single, you know what I mean? So, but the thing is, I just didn't want to delete anything like that. So he's basically saying, this guy's already done this thing, but he's like, you should be safe to delete the triggers, which are these little T's here. They're trigger tiles, which basically triggers an event or a scripted run. And then it says, move the trainer config. Move. Oh yeah, so you should be safe to delete the triggers, move the trainer config, etc. Be sure to either take those 4 flags off them. So this guy has a flag of 476, and her flag is 477. So be sure to either take those 4 flags off them or edit where they are set and cleared. 2 set the game start and then they cleared and 2 more set during minus every scene. Oh, maybe when he says move the trainer config session, be sure to see if you take those 4 flags off them or edit where they are set and cleared. I think he's talking about like taking this flag off, but then it's also on the same NPCs from the tower. Because then you got a flag of 475 and then 474 on these two. So I guess in a way we could delete. Well, I think what he's saying is we can remove the flags or edit where they are set and cleared. 2 set at game start, then they're cleared, and 2 more. 2 more set during the lighthouse episode. Move the trainer config. I'm just asking him, gonna see if he responds quick enough. Because we move the flags off them. Oh, what else would you have to remove? Can I duplicate the room so you can change one version and leave the other? One room or one ROM? Is that what you mean, Mose? I'm just trying to do something other than just doing trainer battles. But I think we've caught up with all the trainer battles. These are the last two in this lighthouse. Yeah, you're talking about the actual gym room itself. So now what I want to do is, I guess, remove these two NPCs, put two random other NPCs in here to kind of, I guess, keep the originality, I suppose, and then move these guys into the gym so people recognize them and just be like, you know, we decided to just hang out in Jasmine's gym. We thought we've honed our skills, and we thought maybe this time around would be a bit more of a threat or something, and then like give them like a full steel type team or something, you know. Even though it wouldn't really make sense to keep something you're not using. Yeah, so like, I basically just want to like replace these two NPCs with two overworlds, which is fine. But he's saying that like I kind of have to delete the flag because the flag's obviously associated with something else, which is where I'm like a bit uncertain on what that flag's for. So I guess the only way I could really find out is go flag. Type in 475, which is just unknown. I don't even know what that flag's from. You got Olivine Gym Gentleman, and you got Olivine Girl. They're the, yeah, 470, 477, 476, right? But that's associating with these two, but not these flags. These guys are 474 and 475, so they basically look for a flag. Essentially, when you trying to remember how to do this, if you set the flag. I can't remember now, does it? I don't think this dude's going to respond to that. It's a little bit trickier to do. I think I'm probably just overcomplicating this. It's just that I'm reading someone else's information. I'm trying to interpret best I can. But it's just kind of like, you should be safe to delete the triggers. So if we go back to what I was looking at before. So what he wants me to do is essentially delete these two triggers. So you can delete that one and delete that one, right? Well, that's what I mean, right, Mose? That's what I'm getting at. Like, I just wasn't sure if doing things to these guys was going to... Because they got flags and they've run a script. So, like, for example, this guy here runs script 4. So when you look at script 4, it goes... Play fanfare, lock all, face the player. Then it does a badge check. So it checks to see if the player has 5 badges. Compare the value on that variable. So is it 1? If it's different to 1, so it can be 0 or 1, right? 0 meaning it's not 5 badges. 1 meaning, yes, it is 5 badges, right? So if it's different, which means no, they do not have 5 badges. They got 4, meaning they haven't versed Chuck yet. Tells me to go to function 9, and function 9 just goes message 19, which is I know you'd come here. Thank you for helping the gym leader, but battle is a separate matter. Go for it. So that's interesting. That's basically telling me to go. Wait, what? No, that must be the opposite then. So if it's different to this value, which must mean that 0. So it's either 0 or 1. So 0 must mean yes. You've obtained that gym badge. No, sorry, that is right. Sorry, I'm being stupid. Yeah, because it's saying it's jump if it's different. Because if it was 1, it'd play message 20, and message 20 is impressive. You continue your journey to different places. So you can use south. Why don't you try it on the Lake of Rage? Interesting. I think I'm fucking twisting myself here. Yeah, so basically, okay, hold on. So number 20 is basically saying that you do have the badge. Yeah, that's right. So zero is, which means it's different. It means it goes to a different function. So if it's 1, which means you have the badge, it plays message 20. So it's basically saying that you've got 5 badges, which means you've got, well, 5 badges, meaning you could have done Jasmine first. Because you got to remember this game, you could do badges in different orders. It doesn't set any value, it just checks it so you can just remove it, in my opinion. Yeah, so basically what it's doing is it's just checking to see if I've got 5 badges. So in this game, right, it's guaranteed linear progression till Morty. And then from Morty onwards, you can get Jasmine's gym badge, Chuck's gym badge, or Price's gym badge first. Once you do the potion thing with Ampharos, you can literally go get the potion, take it back to the lighthouse, heal the Ampharos, Jasmine goes back into her gym, right? So you have 4 badges. So what that means is if you go to her with 4 badges and it comes back as a 0, meaning you don't have the badge, saying that you've only got 4 badges. Actually, no, hold up a minute. I think the idea is that the game is trying to push you to verse Chuck. It wants you to do Chuck. That's why it sends you to get the potion. The idea is you get the secret potion and then you verse Chuck. So the idea is that when you come back to verse Jasmine, you have done 5 gyms. So 9 times out of 10, it will say this here is saying that, yes, I have 5 gym badges, which is why there's a 1 there. And then when you go into your text editor, it will call up message 20. And message 20 says, impressive, you should continue your journey to different places since you can use surf. Why don't you try it on the Lake of Rage? No, that's not right. Hold up. Yeah, so 1 must be taken into account that you've gotten Jasmine's gym badge. So it must be assuming that if you walk on that trigger tile... not the trigger tile. That's if you talk to the guy. Sorry. I'm getting confused now. If you talk to the NPC, because he's running script 4, he wants to know, what am I saying to the player? Has he got 5 badges? Which obviously 4 badges with Morty, meaning yeah, if he's got 5 badges, then it means he's most likely got Jasmine's badge. So he just goes, yes, you've got Jasmine's badge, play message 20, which basically tells you to, you know, push you towards Lake of Rage, right? Which is what that's for. If this one here is basically saying jump if it's different. So if you get a 0, return and not a 1, it's saying to go to function 9, and function 9 talks about message 19, which is basically, I knew you'd come here. Thank you for helping the gym leader, but battle is a separate matter. Go for it. So this is where he's kind of saying, like, thank you for helping us, but this is a battle now, so like, don't take it slightly, sort of thing. So this instance here is you actually battling Jasmine, because the NPC you've walked in for the first time is recognized that you've like got 5 badges. So it's like, well, Jasmine's usually the 6th badge off the Chuck, so it's kind of like pushing you onwards to go versus Jasmine, and you know. And then she has like a similar thing too, right? She's got like a script 5. And script 5 is the same. It's like, check for the badge. Have they got the badge? Yes, they do. Play message 22. So message 22 says, you're amazing. You should aim even higher since you have such potential. Have you been to Mahogany Town? So this is the same thing. The Game Freak's trying to push you towards Mahogany Town, right? So in that case, it means that you have got 5 badges. So let's just say you versed Jasmine and you're walking out and you talk to him again. That will say this message this time. But if you don't have 5 badges and you've still got 4, actually no, I don't think it's the order of badge. Maybe Jasmine is the 5th badge. Hold up a minute. Maybe when it says check badge 5, maybe it's not checking for the amount of badges. Maybe Jasmine's deemed as a 5th badge, which just doesn't make fucking sense because off what Chuck was. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I don't know if it's checking for 5 badges or if it's just checking for... Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's checking for the actual 5th badge itself or if it's just checking that you've got 5 badges. One, I guess one thing we can look up is HeartGold trainer card. We can check to see yeah, so what I want to look at is... No, that's not right, because Jasmine's coming up as 6. So yeah, Jasmine's coming up as 6. So they're saying that you've got the 5th gym badge. Right, and then the 5th gym badge is like Message 22. So it's kind of like, it should be telling you to go versus Jasmine, but it's not. It's basically saying if you don't have the 5th badge, go to function 11. And function 11 does not push you that way. It basically goes... what's its name? 21. Eagle, I know how capable you are from the Lighthouse. It's time you show that side of yourself to Jasmine. Good luck. Yeah, so she's egging you on to versus Jasmine in the fight. Yeah, the way that this is scripted is very fucking stupid because, like, I don't think it's actually... if it's saying there's 5 badges. Yeah, 0 equals false, 1 equals true. Yeah, correct. So I'm just getting confused at the part though, because like when you read this, right? Because this is just like, what dialogue are they saying? So we're going to go script 5. Why would it do a badge check? So it's checking to see if you've got 5 badges. It's not actually checking to see if you've got the 5th badge. But then it's if it returns a 1 to say that yes, you do have the 5th badge, then it wants to run message 22. But message 22 does not talk about you versus Jasmine, which would be the 6th gym leader. It just says you are amazing, you should aim even higher, since you have such potential. Have you been in Mahogany Town? It's trying to push you out of the gym towards Mahogany Town. It's not trying to make you versus Jasmine. But if you say that no, I do not have the 5th badge, which means you have not versus Chuck. Because I thought Chuck was the 5th badge. Then go function 11, and function 11 is not doing that. It's telling you function 21, message 21, which is basically, I don't know how capable we are, you should go versus Jasmine in a fight, good luck. And then it does all this shenanigans and sets up a variable and then runs a different function, which is fucking function 30. Which is nothing, it's just end. You reckon that would work, Robbo? I just feel like the script is very backwards. Oh, I'll take a screenshot of this message real quick and I'll show you on the other screen. Oops. It checks if the value of badge 5 is different from 1. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at though, is that like, what does it consider as badge 5? Is badge 5 like Chuck's badge, or is it only checking to see that you've got 5 badges? Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to work out at the moment. They're checking if you have the 5th badge, which is why it's confusing, because like the 5th badge, according to this, is fucking Chuck. If you did it in order. So it's basically checking that you get the 5th badge, right? And then... What the fuck, man? Because all it is that they say 2 different lots of dialogue, because you can actually walk into the gym and Jasmine's not there and they'll say different things, I believe. I think you can actually walk in there before the Ampharos is healed. You know how I can fix this? I think I've worked it out. I can basically just remove the 2 NPCs from the lighthouse, remove the flags and the scripts from these 2, make them into trainers, and I can just put an NPC outside the front gate, and they only move once Jasmine goes back to the gym. So you basically would have to give her the secret potion. She returns to the gym, and at the end of that script, I can set the flag, which would then remove the NPC that's blocking the gym, and you'll be able to walk in there. That way, I don't have to have... Like, it doesn't even give the player the opportunity to walk in and hit, like, trigger tiles and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Okay, so what I'll do... What I might do is I'm gonna go... just for keepsake, I'm gonna, like, get this ROM... Copy... Move it to like here, I guess. I'm just gonna leave it as ROM. So currently I'm editing this ROM here. So if anything hits the fan, I can just grab this ROM and put it back in here and override it, and it should be all good. Fuck, what a fucker, man. Okay, so what do I do first? Do I just so like his interpretation of what he said to me just before was where's the zoom in button? It should be safe to delete the triggers, move the trainer config session. Be sure to either take those core flags off them or edit where they are set and cleared. 2 set at start game. And so 2 is set at the game start and they are cleared. And 2 more set during Lighthouse MP scene. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do... I mean, I can literally just delete all the flags, delete the 2 trainers from the Lighthouse. And I just have to put the flag somewhere because, like, they're used flags, but I can use it for something else now because, like, once you use a flag, you generally, like, tag it or mark it or something. So what I'd have to do is go... He's assuming the scripts are incrementing something. Yeah, where's he saying that? In terms of the variable, I believe it's simply incrementing to make sure you only trigger each NPC once. You don't trigger them again. Yeah, so what he means by that is these trigger tiles here. So what he means by that is these 2 trigger tiles here, in terms of the variable, because these things have a variable that it watches for, and if the value is 1, it triggers a script. So basically, you can set the variable to 0 or 1 or 2 or whatever it is, and whenever that value is triggered, it will trigger a script. Oh, the last part. Assuming that the triggered scripts increment the var, you could always just increment the var by 2 more, even the lighthouse script, or it's part of the gym leader, only if you win script. If the latter, be sure to place the increment before any branching jumps that occur after you win. But if it never gets checked anywhere after this, you might not even need to do that. Right. That's what I'm saying. He's looking at these 2 variables here. It's saying we can also search for the var checks as well. We could go to okay, so we should be able to just like I guess search for this variable, I guess. What's he saying? DSP script alarm. Isn't that what that is? Oh, sorry, the only script you need to look at, to be honest, is the leader script. But the leader script is script 1. And script run just runs through this big script here. Checks. Yeah, well, look, it does a badge check too. It checks badge 5. And then the value is 1, which means you've got it. So then it's equal to badge 1. And then makes you jump to function 1. It checks a flag. Jump if less function 23. It has all this random shit. And it goes message 6, which basically just says, I don't know how to say this, but good luck. So it's kind of like whatever. And then she just releases you and that's it. Now if you go, if the badge check comes back as no, you don't have the 5th badge, because that's what it's getting at here. Play message 0. Thank you for your help at the lighthouse. So yeah, you've done the lighthouse stuff. This is different. Please let me introduce you myself. I am Jasmine, a gym leader. I use the Clang steel type. Do you know about the steel type? They're very hard, cold, sharp, and really strong. I'm not lying. So she says that. And then she initiates you into a trainer battle, which is this one here. So basically, if that's so weird though. So if you've got 4 badges and it does a badge check and it doesn't come back as positive, it comes back as no, you did not get, you do not have the 5th badge, then play the message, which is basically initiating a fight. So the only thing I can think of is that she is deemed as like the 5th badge, I guess. Even though she's not the 5th badge, it's fucking weird. Like, what? I guess she would be the 5th badge because she's the next badge. I guess Chuck technically comes in as 6 because it's like, if you're playing linear, Judgment would be first and then Chuck and then you'd go back to Price, I guess. But that's kind of how this is set up though. It's kind of like saying that, well, I've checked for the 5th badge. You do have the 5th badge. So I'm going to say something else, which is this other function. Which is basically telling you good luck, which is what message 6 is. It goes, I don't know how to say this, but good luck. It just, yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, so what it's doing is it checks for the 5th badge. If you don't, if you do have the 5th badge, which I'm guessing she is the 5th badge, then it just goes through this script and it fucking tells you like good luck. Array start at 0. Well, no, this thing just uses a positive or a negative, like you just said before. I know that for a fact. 0 return means negative, and a 1 return means positive. So it's kind of like, if you return a positive, which is what it's doing here, it's checking to see if it's a positive to this check here. If the answer is correct, which is why it's equal, then you would jump to function 1. If it's not equal, then play this message, which is basically her going in about fighting. And that's why she battles you. So, she, I'm going to assume, is the 5th badge. That's how this game is reading it. What I could do, let's go check badge 5, so it comes up. Again. Wait, what? So it says Chuck Gym 5, and then this dude's responding saying, so it's check badge 4 for that, right? Yeah, so for Chuck, what the fuck? So for Chuck, oh my god, dude. It's doing a check badge 4 because it's checking for Morty's badge. So then, yeah, Jasmine would be badge check 5. So yeah, it's checking to see if you have the 5th badge, which is fucking Chuck's badge. If you don't have Chuck's badge, what? This is so fucking confusing, man. Yeah, so exactly what you said, that message most, yeah. Yeah, so my interpretation, I'm reading this now on the Discord, I did a bit of a search. So, apparently, check badge 0, it checks Faulkner. 1 checks Bugsy. 2 checks Whitney. So, let's count it. So, 0 is Faulkner. Bugsy's 1. Whitney's 2. Whitney's 2. So 4, yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, I'm doing this fucking stupid, man. Yeah, so 3 is Morty. And 4 is Chuck. Oh, right. Oh. Yeah, so it starts counting at 0. Right, hold up. Okay, so when it says 5, it's checking to see if you have Jasmine's badge. Right. I keep thinking it's fucking thinking about Chuck's badge. That's what's throwing me off. Right. Okay, so all it's doing is checking to see if you have Jasmine's badge. If you have Jasmine's badge, go to function 1 and play this. If you don't have Jasmine's badge, it goes message 0, which is basically her asking to battle you. And then it closes the message and it commences trainer battle 33, which 33 is in here. Right there. See? Jasmine. So Jasmine is trainer data 33. Okay. All right. I think we're cooking now. So what I need to do, that's what I'm saying, is like when it does a check badge check, all these other guys in here, they're checking to see if you've got Jasmine's badge. If you have Jasmine's badge, then it does something else. So if we go to, say, script 5, it goes to here. It goes, do you have Jasmine's badge? If the answer is yes, then it wants you to go to a different function. So function 11, right? So then it jumps to function 11. It plays message 21 because you've got Jasmine's badge. It will then say, Giggle, I know you are capable from the lighthouse. Time you should... No, that's not right. That's not right. Hold on. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. No, I'm reading it wrong. Yeah, sorry. No. It's just they say different things depending on whether or not you've got Jasmine's badge or not. So sorry. If it's positive, just saying that you've got Jasmine's badge, it wants you to... sorry, that's jump if different. So that is basically saying that, no, I do not have Jasmine's badge yet. So then this message... is essentially telling you that you're capable of beating Jasmine. Good luck, right? But if you do have Jasmine's badge already, then I'll play message 22. Message 22 just says, you're amazing. You should aim even higher. You are such potential. Have you been to Mahogany Town? So she's trying to direct you to Price, right? Because you've already got Chuck's badge. You now have Jasmine's badge, and now it's pushing you towards Mahogany Town. Right, okay. Okay, so in short, right? In short, I should be able to type somewhere these flags on him, her, and the other 2 in the lighthouse. I should be able to delete the 2 in the lighthouse completely, just completely remove them and put 2 different NPCs there. I can remove script 5. I can remove script 4 because I don't need those anymore. I can remove all the functions and shit related to these scripts because they're not going to say that shit anymore. All I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the gym. I'm going to have an NPC at the front that blocks the gym so that you can't walk in there to trigger different scripts, right? All you're going to do is that once this NPC disappears, once you get the Secret Potion Ampharos, you'll be able to walk in the gym. This guy will trigger a fight with you because it'll be just eyes meet. So it'll be just this trainer dialogue here. All right. Oh, I fucked that up. Better change that up real quickly. Quick. Oh, I've already fucked this script up. Doesn't matter. I'm going to delete it anyway. I think it was script 4, wasn't it? Yeah, it was script 4. So I believe it's script 4 and script 5 can disappear. That's my understanding so far, most, right? So I can basically delete. I can keep the NPC. I can keep the sprite. I can keep these 2 sprites in the overworld. I might just reopen that real quick. Yep. So I can remove the flags. I can put them into my DSP rechanges and say that I have 4 new flags that I can use elsewhere because flags obviously get consumed. I can remove the flags. I can leave the sprites. So these are just called overworlds. I can leave them there because I'm going to change it from none to trainer because trainer has already got like pre-written. It's like a pre-written eyes meet script. So the idea is that it runs a common script, and when the NPC sees you walk into their eyes, they walk towards you and they play text, and that text gets pulled from HeartGold engine, and it's trainer text.s. So in here, if I look for what are the names, they'll come up elsewhere, but let's just say it's 215. If I look up 215. Right here. So right here, it says here, I'll just make a big screen so you can see what I'm doing. This is all of her text. Jasmine is the city's gym leader. I intend to bring her back with me. Nobody better get in my way. Ah, my Pokemon. Right. Anybody would be worried if his or her own Pokemon were hurt. So that's Connie in the lighthouse. This is her battle text. So text notice in Overworld, which is when the little apostrophe goes above their head when they see you for the first time when you walk in front of them. Text defeated in battle, so she says that at the end of the battle, and then text defeated in the overworld. So if you chat to them in the overworld, they'll say that. So I can keep this text here and literally use that text on Connie in this gym. But at the moment, it's not using it in this gym. It's using it in the overworld. It's using it in that random lighthouse encounter because you've got these 2 trainers here and in the lighthouse. They're exactly the same sprites. But this is not a battle. This is just them chatting. And the other one is a battle because the battle references this train text right here. So then for the other guy, which is Preston, if you go over to here, if we go type in lighthouse, I just need to understand before I do shit because I don't want to like do stuff and then just fucking break it, right? So like this is, see, Connie, 215. 215. And then Gentleman Preston is actually, no, it's 37. So you're 37. Right here. So this is Preston's text in the lighthouse. I travel the world to train my Pokemon. Now I wish to battle with you. Or I must train some more. And then his text defeated in the overworld. Jasmine used to use rock Pokemon like Onyx. So that kind of gives you an idea of the dialogue that they actually say when they notice you in the overworld, what they say once you defeat them in battle, and then what they say once you chat to them in the overworld, because you can still chat to them in the overworld, can't you? But isn't breaking it half fun? Yeah, but then I gotta fuck around with shit, and I just don't know if I can be fucked, man. I'm gonna be going to bed in like half an hour or something. I just wanted to do like a quick muck around. So, I guess what do we want to do first? I think the first thing we should do is probably log the flags. So I'll just put here, unused removed flags from base HeartGold, right? And just put like a dot like that. And we'll just write in all the flags that we're going to remove. So flags we're going to remove is 474 and 475. 474, 475. And then, because we're going to remove these 2 NPCs from this tower, I'm just going to put 2 random trainers here. I'm just going to keep shit simple so people don't get confused. So I'll just completely remove their whole... What I'll do is like I'll remove their trainer script. Like I'll keep the sprite, but I'll just change it to something else. Like I'll change it to... I don't know, like, let's have a look. I'll change it to, like, that girl there, or that girl, or that guy, or that guy, or that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just change it to something else. And then I'll give it a different trainer battle. Like, I'll go into Trainer's S, find an unused Mickey fight. I can just type in Mickey, which is, like, an unused fight. And then I'll just change this information here. And whatever that number is, so say 544. I'll then go into here and then change this to 544, and that's how you link the fight up with the NPC in DSPRE, right?
So, yeah, I'm basically going to delete these two. So I need 475 and 474 because we no longer need flags anymore. Because we're not, I think the flag just essentially removes them from the world because you set the flag and then it removes them, right? And then the other flags we want to remove is from Olivine City. Because I don't need to remove the NPCs. I'm happy to just leave them in place. Like, once you beat them, if you go out of the gym and walk back in, they'll just display their overworld defeated text, and that's it. You won't be able to battle them again. Like, you only get to battle them once, and that's it. Like any of my other trainers in the game, right? So now these two. So your flag is 476, 477. So yeah, so we basically 476, 477. So the idea is that these will be unused flags, and I can use them on other NPCs in the game or whatever. So I guess I'll just have to come back to this file. This is just like where I log on information of like, look, see how it's got here, flags used from 2550 to 2561 so far, because these are like unused flags. I think every flag up to 2550 is used in the base game of HeartGold, so I've got to use flags outside of that window, and I'm currently up to 2561, because without flags, you can't set them, which means the NPC just stays on the overworld and you can't get rid of them. Because like I'll use a flag to essentially remove like optional fights, because like once you beat the optional battle, they disappear and that's it. You can never reverse them again. Like you can't reverse the same trainer twice to get like infinity expert belts or I don't know, rocky helmets or leftovers. The idea is you reverse them once, you get the item, and that's it. And generally you set a flag. Like I'll show you, I'll give you an example. If you go say well yeah, Olivine City, we'll go to T76. My most recent one is Sabrina. I've got Sabrina set here. So I've got flag 2561 on script 14. So what you do is you go, this, I've already done this. I've already set this up. So you go to script 14. And basically the idea is that where it says set flag at the end, when you clear a flag, you could basically remake an NPC or whatever the flag's assigned to reappear. When you set the flag, it's weird. It's kind of backwards. When you set the flag, it removes whatever that flag's assigned to from the overworld or whatever. So like, that's my understanding of it, is like, you want to like fade screen, wait for this fade to finish, remove the overworld, which is basically like, oh, that's not going to work. Hold up a minute. I think it's fucked up. Hold up. What's going on there? Oh, I'm glad I fucking checked that. That's wrong. Hold up. So we got, I think all this shit, I only just made this the other day. I think I just haven't changed it. Jump if equal to function 9. Make sure that's still correct. Message 14. Yep, so that's right. Items correct. Yep. Okay, so all I did was I fucked that up. So it wants to remove the overworld. So the overworld that we want to remove is not 12, it is 9. Damn, lucky we checked that shit. Holy fuck. That's very good. That's very lucky. Good on you, Most, for finding that for me, bud. So yeah, we want to remove overworld 9. So it means once you fade out of the map and disappear, if you go to a different map and come back, because I've removed the overworld, she will never return again. The only way she'll return is if you clear that flag, and then she'll reappear here because you've cleared the flag. But once you've set the flag, it removes them from the game. So yeah, that's basically what setting the flag does. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Lucky we fucking checked that. Make sure everything else is good. I haven't changed anything else. Oh wait, no, we're not doing that right. Oh, because that's an Elias. Fuck. And then we fucked up again. It's 8. You found an issue without me even realizing. So I basically found out that this chick here, Sabrina, my optional fight, her ID number is actually 8. I'm looking down here. I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is just like the numbers, but the ID is what's important. So her ID 8 is like her identity number, right? So her flag is set to 2561, but I've noticed that in my script, I had remove overworld set to 12, but guess what? There is no number 12 because the highest number is 8 because that's her. She's the most recent thing I added to this map, right? So I had it set to 12 because I copy and pasted it from a different map for my NPCs, from my what do you call it? My optional fights. I've been like copying the same script and just altering what trainer battle they call from, what the item is, and the messages and stuff. So basically what I did was I had this set to 12, but guess what? There is no 12 ID. The most recent one is 8. So I'm like, oh shit, I need to change it to 8. So I've done that now. So it's 8. I fixed that. Setting a flag, which I just explained, is basically World's Hurt flag is 2561. And I've set the flag. She will not appear on the overworld until I clear the flag. And we're never going to do that because, well, why would you clear the flag? Well, there's no reason to. You get one battle with her, you get the item, and that's it. You'll never get to verse her again. That's why it's an optional battle. Right? So, yeah. Okay, so what we need to do... I'm kind of procrastinating about doing all this other shit. I'm just scared I'm going to break something. I'm logically saying out loud what I'm doing, but at the same time... I'm also scared. Okay, so we're going to copy this down back over here. Now we're going to replace it. Yep. Because I've made a change. Alright. Let's just fucking bite the bullet. What do I do first? Let's go and... I'll do the lighthouse because I think that's the easiest thing to do. Go to number 5. Go here. Scripts. Text. There's a lot of... Because it's like... Oh, is there wide battles in here too? Holy shit, there's so many. It's like every fucking move in the game. Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck? Okay, it's all the different moves. Like, the wild, such and such Pokemon use double slap. The opposing Pokemon use double slap. It's like, what the heck, man? Such and such Pokemon use Mega Punch. Anyway, whatever. Open. Okay, so this is making sure I'm the right thing. Oh, yep, I am. Okay, so we got the Pokeball, which I need to change. Is like TM87. I don't even know what that is. Is TM87 even a good item? Oh, is it coming up as a TR though? Maybe it's a TR. But it comes up as a TM87. I don't know, man. Fuck. No, there's a TM87 right there. But what's TM87? Will be something useless, right? Okay, it's whatever. Okay, so right now I got the flags. I basically want to go to these two here. I'm going to delete the flags. So we're just going to have 0. Flag 0. And the good thing is, I'm going to take those two fights. So 37 Gentleman Preston and Connie. Although I want to just leave them the way they are. Do I alter these teams and make these teams a new... I mean, it probably makes sense. I don't have to change much. Not that it's hard to change anyway, but... Like, all you gotta do is just change their name and their class and it's done. But I can just leave that and just basically change the number of Pokemon and what's on that team and these other two parameters here. It just means I'll have to use the Mickey fights for these two here. So what we'll do is we'll just pick someone else. And I can move them elsewhere so they look a bit different. So they're not like in the same position or whatever. I've got to make sure that I use NPCs that like aren't obvious ones, like MNPCs or whatever. Put like a fire breather in here. Why would a fire breather be in a fucking lighthouse though? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a ski guy here. Maybe I could do some... Oh, hold on a minute. Who's this guy? Why would a ski bar guy be in a lighthouse though, right? It would sound like an old woman saying like I've lost my way and I'm like stuck up here. Oh, I like the view from up here. It's such a good view. Wouldn't you say so yourself, young lad? I can have you like fucking standing there, bro. I'm like right there. I'm looking at this. I think that trigger tile actually takes you outside though, doesn't it? Because this is the final floor and that's how you get out to the overworld. I mean, lighthouses are cool. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe she's like have her standing next to a fucking window or something. That's literally the top floor though. So what's the trigger do? The trigger triggers script 1. What does script 1 do? Set bar. Check Pokemon's alive. Compare the value. If it's equal to 0, equal function 1. Fade screen. Wait, fade screen. Warp. Okay. I think that just warps you outside. Because you have like the top floor of the lighthouse, which is where Jasmine is, and Ampharos. I'm pretty sure it just warps you to the next map, which the next map would be not that one. That one there. I'm pretty sure that warp is here. This W here. Because you can't actually get to her because this chick's blocking you, but you can go through the whole lighthouse. You come up to the middle, you talk to her and say, oh, I can go get the fucking secret potion for you. Then you go back to Chuck, or go to Chuckstown, Cianwood City, get the secret potion, and then yeah. But yeah, I think that little warp or that ladder that you come up is that entrance, Sam. So what I'm going to have to do then... I kind of don't mind you being like an older woman or something like that. Where I am. But like, I feel like you want to have someone blocking the item, and I'll make the item significant, so it's kind of like worth doing the fight. Maybe have her like over here, and maybe have this dude here. Have her like, I don't know. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how you. Is that like? Is that in the map though? I think that's in the map, isn't it? Or I'd have to stand there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think you can walk through that little gap there. So besides that's 8. Shit. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so I think if you stood there and we set the tiles to 8, this is all going to take play testing to make sure it actually works. So facing down, we don't want you to move. And you're just going to look straight down. As soon as the trainer goes, I'm going to go to the lighthouse, boom, you're going to have to burst him. And I can just have this dude standing there. I'll change you to someone else as well, just so they're not the same NPCs. I don't know who the fuck that is, man. Who's that? What's a sailor? I don't want sailors. I'm sick of doing sailors and water fights, dude. There's just constant water fights, dude. I'm fucking over it, man. I'm so sick of doing water fights. Do like an old man. Wait, is that an old man or is that like I think that's a sage, isn't it? I think that's a sage. Like the elder. It's so hard looking at these tiny sprites, man. It's ridiculous. Not gonna lie. I wish someone could fucking tell me what's what, but anyway, whatever. Let's just go back to the start. Maybe just have like a nerd up here or something. Who's this guy? I don't even know what he is, so like that's the problem. You gotta like understand what class they are. Some are super obvious and some aren't. Oh man. I could do something like that. See old people up here. I mean, because you're overworld entry 219, I'm guessing you're like of significance. I just don't remember. I think you're like probably one of the sage chicks from somewhere. Could be like the ones with Lugia or some shit, but what the fuck would I know? Guess we'll find out soon. Okay, so you're doing that. You're now going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say 6 just be on the safe side. Just in case someone could walk past you. Movement, just facing down is fine. I'm going to have to give you different fights. Because we don't want to use Preston's fight. We don't want to use Connie's fight. So I probably should write that down somewhere. Delete this shit now. We're going to say use Connie's fight and in what's it called in Jasmine's. Alright, so we're gonna basically use I mean, could I just use them now? Hold up a minute, hold up. We might be able to make this a little bit less complicated. Let's go Mickey. I mean, we could just go like from the very first Mickey. The very first Mickey fight is 165, because then I can go 165, 166, 167, 168. There's like 4 trainers. Boom, there's your double battles done. Fuck it, I might just do that. Yeah, I might just do that. I think it's less complicated. Hold up, we'll go. Where's the first Mickey? So 165. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mickey. Is that right? I'm on that run. 165. 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's right. Okay, so what we can do now then is I can actually leave this guy as Gentleman Preston. Obviously, I'll just change his name and shit. But it just means I'll use 37 for his fight. And I'll use 215 for her fight. So I'll leave those 2 fights for in here. And I'll give the other 4 NPCs, which will be Connie and Preston plus 2 others, brand new Mickey fights. And they'll be close together. So like when I'm looking for them, I know which fights I'm looking for. That makes a lot more sense. I feel like I've done a whole lot of nothing tonight, but it's like just fucking trying to cook shit up is cooking. Okay, so we can delete these flags. That's going to take a while to save. Oh, yep, boom. No, I don't want to override that other ROM because that other ROM is like a default to revert everything back if we hit the shit hits a fan. Okay. Yeah. So they're done. And they're not assigned any flags. They just got a battle, the tiles, the sea. I don't know why there's got script 3036, so that's kind of annoying. Do I need to fucking... I can't delete that. Hold up a second. If I put a new script in, it's just 0. I think I need to fix that up. What are you, overworld entry 17? Because I don't want you to have any other guys. I don't... Oh no, so that script is because it's a trainer, right? Okay, that's good. I was just getting a bit concerned for a second. I was like, fuck. That script must just run the trainer battle script or something for him. I was like, I want that to be blank, but obviously because I'm picking a trainer, it's just going to do that. Like if I go 165... 165 is yeah, these big lot of Mickeys here. It'll take you to 316 for it should be yeah, it changes. All right. All right, we're gonna leave 215 for last Connie. That's for her. I'm just gonna change her name to something else. Gentleman Preston. As long as the flags are set to 0, that's all I really care about at this point. Yep. Yo, Dunsky's cool. Oh, I got it. Now he's typing back to me. going to have sorry, just a little bit of typing. I think I've explained it to him best I can here, but whatever. Fuck, dude, I'm meant to be going to bed. I gotta be good, boys. I gotta be good. I gotta be good. I just feel like I've gone so far in this last in half an hour now. I'm just gonna dip. Okay. All right, so that's Connie's team is just your fucking Marrow, and then what's the other guy? Preston. Had 2 Growliths. Execute teams, I guess. Yeah. So I've explained it to this guy, Ham. He says, I think you might be adding more complexity than you need to know. Now that I understand the overall goal a bit better, you shouldn't need to add any flags since you've already got all the story elements in place. Could I suggest a slightly different approach to see if it fits? I just said, I mean, sure, mate. I think doing the NPC at the front of the gym with the symbol survey just makes it easier for me to understand because I'm just blocking the play mentioned Jasmine's gym, forcing the chuck, and then winding back literally towards Oliver and then towards Mahogany. And then I said, but shoot. Oh, now, I need to go to fucking sleep, man. Everyone's like, fuck's sake, man. I knew this shit was going to happen if I asked questions. Why am I on day shift this week, boys? God damn. All right. I mean, I don't want to go too far ahead with this now in case they give me a better alternative. What do you reckon most? I think this will stay the same because I'm just going to I want to remove those 2 NPCs from the equation. So I think these 2 will stay the same. I'm just going to give you last Connie's thing home. I'm just going to call you elderly whatever. Actually, I probably should look at, what would it be called? Would it be called trainer class or something? Here we go. Trainer class change. Oh, this is cool. So there's quite a few in him. What have you got? Elite for Bruno, Scientist, Executive Ariana, Border. What the fuck's a border? Young couple. So these are all the training classes of people that you can use and you assign them as best as you can to the NPCs that you've got in here. So I don't know, she just looks like an old lady, but there's obviously something that links with her. It's not Kimono Girl, Ruin Maniac. You kind of have to find out which... Because obviously if you have the NPC in the overworld looking like that and then you put, say, Super Nerd there, it's not going to make any sense because they're totally different, right? You kind of got to match the sprite in the overworld to whatever their class is. Well, some of these classes aren't even in Johto, they're in Kanto, which is weird. Waitress, Veteran, Lady. I think she's actually a medium now that I think about it. Wait, so that means she's a fucking ghost. I'm not a ghost, but I'm pretty sure that the sprite's the I think she's a medium, dude. Shit. Have a random medium chick just sitting in the tower, bro. What? Alright, I really should go to bed though. I'm gonna be disciplined, guys. I might just, I mean, he's gonna send this message. I'm just gonna like read it on my phone in bed. I don't want to cook this until I've actually, you know. Zero flag. Right, so I'll leave those two there for now. I'm just going to save it and leave it there because I'm not going to have time to cook this now. All right, folks. All right, hey, thanks for hanging out, most. I'll let you know my decision tomorrow, what I'm going to do, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, the motherfuckers.